Welcome Scorpio to your in-depth weekly forecast for week commencing the 12th of February. There's a truly sensational and very rare, extraordinarily rare alliance between your two ruling planets on Tuesday, when Mars moves into the sign of Aquarius and applies to your higher octave ruler of Pluto. In fact, it hasn't happened in the sign of Aquarius for over 220 years. Whatever you feel really invested in terms of your emotional situation, it can become like a furnace on that day. It's possible that it could be linked to a personal issue, your home, a family matter, something that you feel very intensely, strongly about. But the fourth house can be a rather prickly position for Mars, just being honest. And for the next 6 weeks, you may find yourself being a bit more defensive than perhaps is usual. When we put Pluto in the mix as well, that combination means if you do feel very strongly about something, someone's going to get to know about it. Now, for example, if your love life is not quite running as smoothly as you would like, despite the fact that Venus and Neptune forge a delectable link on Valentine's Day, that combination of Mars and Pluto could see you really sensitive, but also very reactive if you hear something that doesn't please you. Now we have on Friday Venus arriving to join up in Aquarius. Venus in Aquarius is a bit more easygoing. It can handle rather unusual alliances and relationships. For example, it could see you thinking about, look, could I share my home if you live on your own with somebody else? They could be friendly and that can be a good thing. Or could I work from home a little more efficiently? Can I remodel my home decoratively or in terms of some adaptations? And with Pluto in the mix, you're going to think about this very carefully, but you could actually find the spark of motivation to really make some fundamental changes to your living space with all this energy. So for example, if you've bought an old property that is desperately in need of some renovation, like I have, this would be a fine time to find that extra drive to sort things out. Now Friday sees a quarter moon in your sector of relating, squaring up to the fourth house, how you feel about things, home and emotion, also family stuff as well. And that could be part of this week's story. If there is some family politics which tends to frustrate you at times, maybe you're going to demonstrate a much more direct and to the point response to what you may see as some games or people being a little bit tricky. So in general, you are going to feel more sensitive, but within that sensitivity, you could be forceful, but that force of energy can also see you clear out some spare rooms, declutter, get stuff to the tip or the charity shop, do something very productive, reduce down the amount of furniture you have in your home to create more space. Or as I mentioned, you could make some practical or physical changes which create more room. The sign of Aquarius really likes space and room, which works for you in terms of creating a more peaceful environment. So your environment, your family life, your emotional situation, or the emotional side of a close relationship are all very much to the fore in a very intense way this week that we've not seen in the sign of Aquarius for 220 years. Thank you so much for watching this sun sign forecast. If you'd like to ascend above this and embrace the power of more serious astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of personal birth data of time, date and place, or date and place, I'll produce for you your life roadmap report. This will give you searing insights to the patterns that are played out in your life so far and a much more intimate understanding of how you can work with those energies to your advantage. Also, within my special package of 30% off, you'll get your 12-month transit forecast, which interacts with your unique natal birth map, totally individual to you. And you can also get 30% off and your free zodiac, Chinese, Indian and love forecast for year 2024. Please see the link below.